Hello there. Who are you? And how do people know
Hi,
you?
good question. I'm Asa Akira, and you know me because we've been intimate.
I
And
know you in the biblical sense.
and people know me because we've been intimate in the biblical sense, I guess. And with a lot of other people too. So I've just been in the industry for, oh man, like I kind of lost count a few years ago. I think it's probably been like it's at least 15 years.
All I know is you were already a legend in the industry before I started, and I started, what, 13 years ago?
I think that's something that's like so funny about this industry is it doesn't take, I guess because our careers tend to be so much shorter, but it doesn't take
Yeah.
many years to become a legend or icon status, right? Like
Yeah.
someone can be in for 5 years and you're like, whoa, I can't believe I'm meeting you. I can't believe I get to have sex with you. But
Yeah. So you co-host the Pornhub podcast, Terms of Service, and can you talk a little more about your role and your relationship with Pornhub, the company?
Absolutely. So for the last 7 years or so, I have been a brand ambassador for Pornhub. I do co-host a podcast with my boss, Alex Kakesi. She's basically the head bitch in charge. Very, very smart woman that I am so happy to be working with, and I'm so happy she's at such a high level at a brand that is probably like the most recognizable brand our industry has seen in a really long time. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
since like Playboy even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, so it's a really like exciting time, I think, to be in the industry. Obviously, many things working against us.
Yeah.
So happy to be here to be talking about those things. It's so, it's great you're doing this. Like, it's such a important time for us to be like coming together and even having these conversations because nobody else is.
Yeah. Well, and thank
And
you.
so, yeah, I am here on behalf of Pornhub today. I think it was especially important and meant a lot to them to be here today because
Mhm.
their values are consent, freedom of expression, freedom of sexual expression specifically.
Mhm.
So, yeah, thanks for having us.
So, first of all, Pornhub has been taking a proactive role in the emergence of these all the age verification laws. Know that there's like 24 across the country and more in the works. So, can you tell us a little bit more about what that has looked like?
Pornhub has pulled out. Actually, this is like kind of a
Pulled
misconception.
out.
A lot of, I know that's the thing with porn. Everything is a pun.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
you know,
Even
um,
when it shouldn't be. It's like, guys, we're serious here.
we're being serious. Pornhub pulled out. No, but I think a lot of people think that Pornhub has been banned in these states or that
Hmm.
porn in general has been banned in these
Hmm.
20 something states across
Hmm.
the US. But actually, what they have done is implemented these age verification laws, which I think on a surface level sound like something that might be good. We hear the term age verification, and obviously, I don't want kids watching my porn, but they've made it so that in order to access an adult site, you need to submit your legal identification in order to access the site and consume any of the content at all. The problem with that, though, is that when someone is trying to get into Pornhub, has to upload their legal ID. You're not really going to do that. What are you going to do? You're not going to not jerk off,
Yeah.
right? So you're going to go to a much smaller site that maybe you don't need to upload your ID to, and that site is not going to be regulated.
They might not even be moderating their content at all. Like,
Exactly. And so, as of a few months ago, every single person in every piece of content on Pornhub is verified.
this ties in, I think, to my next question that I have for you. So let me just go ahead and because my next question is about Pornhub's IDs and Consent for All initiative.
Previously, when we uploaded content to Pornhub, only the uploader needed to verify our identity. Moving forward, we need to verify every single person in the video. And not only is that moving forward, Pornhub has retroactively requested all of us performers to submit verification for every single video that we want to remain published on Pornhub.
I can say
they gave
personally,
us like, it's been a pain in the ass.
When this happened, it's a pain in the butt, but I'm not like gonna complain about it, you know. It's just like this is what happens when we have to update the standards and like make things better to keep everyone safer. But it is funny because I had like a handful of videos that I shot with my partner who we shoot together regularly delisted. But I keep telling him like, you have to log in and like approve the new settings.
It's a real double-edged sword.
But that's just in case people are wondering. It's like, that's how locked down it is. It really is.
It is. I think that's great news for both performers, obviously, but also consumers, you know, they can rest assured they are watching ethical content.
That everyone in the video has gone through like multiple steps to prove their consent and their age and all that. Yeah.
In relation to that, they have added a Collaborator feature, which is actually, it's a tool that's been requested, I think, number one for a while now, but it's essentially a tagging system. So every time you upload a video to Pornhub, you need to verify the identity and consent of every single person in that video. And with a tagging feature, rather than submitting their paperwork, their documentation, all the selfie stuff, every single time, you can just send them a tagging request and they can approve it or deny it. And as long as they're opted into the Collaborators feature. Yeah.
It works great. And it simplifies the process. And it's also like, I like it knowing that when I collab with someone and they put up a scene that we did together, or they upload something that I'm in onto their channel, I like knowing that they don't also then have to upload copies of my legal IDs and like my paperwork with personal info.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know how many times my identity has been stolen. I still, even to like file my taxes to this day, I still have to go through so many extra steps.
Same.
And probably you too, because our information is everywhere just from like shooting with so many people.
Speaking of all these features and the way that Pornhub is constantly updating community features to make us all safer, I think a lot of what we're talking about in this conversation is going to continue when I'm going to be on a panel for the ALO and Woodhull Freedom Foundation community panel, and that's on September 30th. So I'm very excited about that.
It is open to the public. I do believe it is like mainly a creators event, but it's digital and you can register on Eventbrite by searching ALO community.
Amazing. Are there any other Pornhub products or updates coming up that you're excited about?
Yeah, one I'm super excited about is it should be coming out of beta soon. It's called Shorties. It's basically like, imagine TikTok, but Pornhub. I think it's going to be like a really great discovery tool. So imagine TikTok, you make a short TikTok video or Instagram stories, what have you. And on the bottom of the screen, as creators, we're able to put a little button that says more of me, and that'll link directly out to our pay sites.
Awesome.
You know, it's becoming harder and harder for us to promote ourselves.
Yeah.
Pretty much Instagram, Twitter, or X, you know, TikTok totally out. So I think this is going to be like a really exciting way to take advantage of Pornhub's traffic and turn that into money.
Yeah.
And I think like one thing to mention with Pornhub, they're very dedicated to not shadow banning us, or they're very transparent. So your account is either active and visible or it's temporarily deactivated. There's always a person to help you, unlike other social media sites. You can talk to a direct person and find out whether you're in compliance with the terms of service and what you're doing potentially wrong.
Any final thoughts?
Oh God, I'm so bad at that. No, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. And I think what you're doing is awesome. I'm sure like every person tells you that, but you are very special and important.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Asa. And can't wait to listen to the next new episode of the Terms of Service podcast when it comes out and hear your voice again.
Thank you.
Thanks.